And hi everybody, welcome to another edition of Wax at Night. So it is a circus in this house. My daughter is watching my son eat. You probably hear them in the background as she coaxes him to have another bite of chicken. We taped a video the other night. It was with these Topps tobacco cards, T206. They just came out, 10 cards per box. I bought 20 boxes of these and I had the coolest video shot, but somehow something happened to the sound. But we've got some of the most awesome rookies out of this, and I think I've got the right stack here. There's a Yastrzemski and there's a Mike Trout, and there's short prints of these cards. So Mike Trout could have an Old Mill or a Piedmont. There's only 83 of each of the Piedmonts made. I believe I've got that right. And I got one of the best rookies you can get out of this set. It's a Gavin Lux, excuse me, I don't know why I said Luke. It's a Gavin Lux for the Dodgers. And so great pulls out of the first boxes that we did. Oh yeah, there's the out of the set from the video that had no sound. But I'll tell you what, we're going to open up some right now, and hopefully I get some super duper awesome short print cards like the Mike Schmidt, or gosh, there's just a ton of awesome short print cards. The Piedmont, I love a Pete Alonso with the polar bear back. I have a Pete Alonso base right now. While I open up this box, and these boxes are just awesome. And so I bought 20 of these right from the Topps website when they were released, maybe about a month or two ago, and they finally arrived. But I think these cards are fire. But speaking of fire, Tanya, can you show them fire? So as always, these videos are brought to you by Fifth and Cherry. It's the company that my wife and I built from all the years of saving and trading and investing, and completely super stoked to be able to do that. They're the only cutting boards in the free world in China that are steel reinforced, refinished for free for life. And if you just, can you get closer to that satiny surface? The surface on these is like nothing you've ever felt before. If you have invested in your knives, you want to cook, or excuse me, cut and prepare food on end grain cherry. That end grain cherry is such a big deal. It's actually antimicrobial. And Tanya, can you explain that? Because she does it so much better than I do.
Antibacterial.
Antibacterial. End grain cherry, antibacterial. Go while I do these cards.
So the wood, as an organic substance, absorbs water, and water is what bacteria needs to grow. And so by absorbing that water, bacteria has actually been proven to die within about 3 minutes on wood surfaces. So it's actually safer, more sanitary than plastic and other surfaces. Especially as you get knife grooves in a plastic board. Not only can even the most powerful dishwasher not get into those grooves, but you're chopping off bits of plastic into your food, which is never good. So wood is always the best way to go.
And so what's the power of end grain when you're cutting? Like, you should only cut, like I know this, but you should only cut an end grain, either cherry or maple. Walnut is too hard, teak is toxic, oak is too hard, but maple and cherry have the right Janka rating, the right hardness in regards to what you should be cutting on. And we only make end grain cherry because maple, quite frankly, is ugly. And so I just don't care for maple at all. But that's a personal preference. I think cherry is the superior product to build with. But why? Oh, Tanya, before you start, I don't know what this back is super duper special.
Why?
Look at that. That's a short print back right there. I just know. I just know. That is a sweet Caprol? Caprol? Gosh, who is it? Oh, we'll save that. We'll save the drama for who this is when we flip them over here. Let's take a look here. Anyway, you were saying about end grain cherry.
So end grain, the way the fibers lay, they stand straight up and down, and so whereas most cutting boards are made with long grain, where the fibers are laying down, as a knife cuts across those, it actually breaks the wood fibers, which means that you're going to have gouges in your wood, and it's not going to look very pretty for very long.
Mike Trout, hold on. Mike Trout, could it be a short print back? If it is, the card's worth hundreds. Only 83. I believe that's the number. 83 of the Piedmont backs of the Mike Trouts have been produced. And that's at least 100, if not a couple hundred. That's all on eBay right now. Anyway, end grain cherry, please.
And so with end grain, the wood fibers stand up and down. And so as you cut across them, they actually separate.
Rookie card. Yeah, go ahead.
The fibers separate, letting your knife blade pass through them, which means you don't get the gouges in the wood, but it also keeps your knives sharper because it's not having the resistance of the long grain fibers to cut across. So in addition to keeping your knives sharper longer, which makes for a safer kitchen, in addition to not having the gouges, which makes the board look pretty longer, it is just an overall better cutting experience because you won't get any knife slips and anything that comes along with a deeply grooved board.
Another sweet caporal. Let's see what it is. Let's flip over here. Do you hear Reagan and Remy downstairs?
Yes.
That's what Glaber Torres. He is Glaber Day. Let's see if that's a short. That is not a short print back, but it's a great card. Johnny Bench, is that a short print back? No, that's not a short print back. So if you've invested in your knives, what you want to do is invest on your cutting surface. It's such a Tony Gwynn, it's such a tremendously big deal.
Yeah, most people don't know, but it's not the food that you cut.
Whoa! Mike Schmidt, sweet caporal, short print back, super short print back, with Michael Jack Schmidt, third baseman, Philadelphia Phillies, minor league team, Reading Phillies, my minor league team, which is spelled reading, by the way, if you're looking that up. Yeah, that's how they spell Reading, reading. Yeah, little known fact there, huh? The British
do you know that red and read are spelled the same way?
I've seen that. Do you know that some people
so
spell
it kind of makes sense if you add ing.
No, hold on a second. I've seen it's redding.
That's true.
Right.
That doesn't mean that you're spelling
Babe
wrong.
Ruth Piedmont back. Oh, these cards these are my favorite cards so far. Out of all the cards you and I have opened, Tanya, while talking about cutting boards on Wax at Night, these by far are my favorite cards. You got to admit, I don't know if Tanya will admit this, but it's pretty ingenious what we've done. So we wanted to educate you, just like the knife industry has educated you why you want to cut with quality knives for years now. They are fantastic at it, but nobody invests in their cutting surface. So how could we get people to pay attention to why they should invest in their cutting surfaces? Well, there's been this torrent of investment into sports cards. The 12,000 people that follow me on Twitter, can you show them how to reach me on Twitter if they're watching on Facebook or YouTube, know me for my investing and trading acumen. And so what they don't know is that I am an entrepreneur at heart and that I have dreamed of doing this with Tanya for years, and we finally were able to do it. We took the risk, and it's been working out fabulously. We're going to dominate retail. Eventually, you'll all demand that the products that you buy them once, they last forever like our boards do, and they're refinished for free forever, no matter what it is that you buy, whether it's shoes. Had a conversation with Jory, who said, can you make shoes that are refinished free forever? I said, I'm in the cutting boards right now, but maybe we can get someone to do shoes. Okay, let's do this last, but let's do maybe one more pack if this is a great pack. Let's see that Bradley. That's a normal back. This is Series 1, and I'm really regretting not buying Series 2. This is Garrett Cole. Okay, Ton, this is the Pete Alonso. I am hoping that it's the Polar Bear. His nickname is the Polar Bear. Do we have a Polar Bear back? Polar Bear back, Polar Bear back, Polar Bear back, Polar Bear back. Not a Polar Bear back. Carlos Santana with the Piedmont back, and Tate rookie card with the Piedmont back. So do one more box. Okay, what's the most, you know what we should have done? I should have uploaded that photo of the brisket. You know what, if you go to at TJ Razor on Twitter, and our Facebook page has does it have the guy with the, who did the kitchen in the brisket shot? The raw brisket that he was butchering. He was taking the fat cap off.
John?
Yeah, if you go to Fifth and Cherry's, is it on the Instagram page or the Facebook?
Facebook.
If you go to our Facebook page, you're going to see it's a beautiful piece of meat. It's a gentleman named John who we only make 3 sizes of boards, 18-inch, 24-inch, and 36-inch.
No, 14, 18.
What did I say?
He said 18, 24. Do you know your product?
I do, but I heard Remy in the back. Look, I'm making excuses. That's why we're a team effort. It's hard. It's hard to open cards. Takes all my brain cells. You know what? Show them. Oh, another sweet Caprell back. Show them Anthony's. Anthony is a world food championship chef winner. So he is a world food championship champion, and he is a proud owner of a 36-inch board. That's the board in the picture that you see right there. That board is quickly becoming one of our best sellers. Now you're like, Timmy, we only have 3 products. It outsells the 14-inch. The 36-inch ships in its own crate. It's refinished for free for life. It's reversible, and it is the board if you barbecue. Okay, here we go. Martinez, John Lester. Oh, Webb. Let's see. What's the backing of the Webb? Logan Webb. Scott. That's not Casimir. Who is that? Kramer. How do you say that? Kevin Kramer. I've got bifocals on.
Like?
Yeah. Dozier. Oh, Gavin Lux. Okay, show them the Gavin Lux. This is my second Gavin Lux. Show them. It's all the way at the end. Boy, I hope it's this Gavin Lux. It's the Gavin Lux. The Gavin Lux. That's the Gavin Lux. Come on, short print back, short print back. Piedmont, Gavin Lux, short print back, dead ahead. I'm telling you, these cards are fire. These cards are awesome, and this is, oh my gosh, I don't know who Dobie is. I don't want to pretend that I know who Dobie is, but that is one of the short print backs, and I am ecstatic to have it. So with that, thank you so much for watching. If you want, just do one thing for me, please. Go to fifthandcherry.com, find the About Us page, please, and read why we're going to start dominating retail, and eventually we're going to build your kitchen, and you're going to want one. So with that, we'll see you next time on Wax at Night.